So, Grant, previously we talked about the importance of identifying your values, what you bring to the table before applying for a job, and telling your story in interview time. But in terms of value alignment between yourself and the company, do you think that that value alignment should be 100%, 80%? When a person reads a job description, if they see themselves, but maybe there are few skills that they don't have, should they apply or not, or what's your take?
That's a great question because you can hear some very conflicting advice about that. There are a lot of these big accounts on LinkedIn and they love posting the story. I once hired someone with no experience, but they were this amazing cultural fit.
Yeah.
And those feel good. It's a great way to get engagement and build your
Mm.
following, but I don't think they're very realistic.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
I think, yes, you need to be networking. You need to have a great LinkedIn profile. You need to have a great personal brand. But if you truly have none of the qualities they're looking for,
Mm.
it's going to be very difficult to get any sort of decent job in this market. So there really is no substitute for being qualified and having the qualifications of the job. And so I don't think you need 100%.
Mhm.
I don't think you need every single thing because you want a position where you can grow as well and be
Yes.
doing new things.
Yes.
But I've heard anything from 60 to 80%
Yeah. I was
of
going to
the
say same.
requirements you you
70 to
you
80%.
should have. I think I would lean a little bit more towards like the 70, 80.
Yeah.
And the things that you don't have, I think it can be really good to make some efforts to learn a little bit more about them
Hmm.
before you get to that final interview so you can at least explain
Yeah.
them on a basic level and show that you are interested in learning more about those in the future.
That's great. But what about, again, from recruitment perspective in the HR world, we hear
Mhm.
about a lot like cultural add or cultural fit. A lot of times
Mhm.
people
Mhm.
hire mini-me's then who come, okay, cultural fit, but then they're afraid of cultural add because if they are adding new people, new personalities, they might be clashing. But then maybe they are adding cultural add because of DEI, just a checklist. So what's your take about
Mhm.
add or the fit?
I would lean more towards the ad
Mm-hmm.
in that generally speaking, you want a company that's well-rounded. You want a workforce that's well-rounded, and
Yes.
that probably won't come from hiring a bunch of people that are exactly like you in all ways. Um, I would imagine most companies, they have core values.
Yes.
They have things that are important to them on a fundamental level. I think those should matter to you, and I think you should be a good fit there. But I think on your individual talents, maybe the way you approach work, I think those things could be more unique to you. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be both. It would
Yeah.
be a fit in terms of the core values and the mission of the company is something that you're excited about, but then you can add something new in terms of your background, in terms of your skills, which would ultimately help their workforce become more well-rounded.
Those are great tips, Grant. Thank you very much. And again, for the audience watching or listening, if you have any other tips, please leave them below. So tune in next time for another great question with Grant.